Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah, back here in, yeah, at the ladder with Alphino, where, I don't even remember. Well, my friend, it appears we are the only ones left here. If you have no other pressing task, would you care to accompany me to Amity? There he Stoller is overseeing those who will imbue the Talos with magics. Come, let us join them at once. Why are building the Talos to grab to the mountain? All proceeds smoothly here and everyone is being moved into position. The moment of truth is nigh. Sylvania, it does me well to see you again. The Master Matoya told us of an undertaking we struggled to comprehend the enormity of it. Nonetheless, we have complete faith in you and yours. All that's within our power, the Knights Blessed will do. And as you can see by the presence of the people, Thanos of the same mind. The stones let us in this manner, the imbuing should begin, yes, here. Good of you to join us. I'm pleased to say we have gathered ample help for the imbuing. With Master Chai in the process of finalizing his design, I have taken the liberty of dispatching all hands to their positions. You huddle along as though I have my house in order, but quite frankly, this is the most disorganized mess of a project I've ever overseen. I haven't spent nearly as much time as I would like on my calculations. So thou hast proclaimed it loudly and frequently, Master Chai. Yet from my perspective, a layman's though it may be, haste notwithstanding, thou hast gone to great lengths, abiding by proven methodology, to ensure the integrity of thy design. Aye, well, that's just the bare minimum that's expected of us at the Stoneworks. Though our glory days are behind us, I've not forgotten our time-honored traditions. But I should mention that the Exarch delivered the ore I asked for. Earthseed, I believe he called it. In that quantity, I believe we can fashion a suitable heart for the Talos. And then everything will be in readiness, or so I would like to say. Is there a problem? In a Talos of a, well, reasonable size, a single heart will serve to circulate aether throughout the chassis. But given the unprecedented proportions of which we seek to build, I doubt that will be the case. By installing smaller peripheral hearts at intervals, I believe we can maintain a stable aether flow, thereby solving the problem. However, we do not have enough ore for this purpose. Not for it, but to procure more, I suppose. Mayhap now is a good time to bring them out. A moment, friend. There's something I would show you. I say, are these not heartstones? They are, the most prized possession of we of the Knights Blessed, and these belong to our kindred who have left of us. Immersed in water and imbued with fervent prayer, these stones harbor no small amount of magic, and we may imbue them with yet more prior to their installation on the Talos. What think you? Being from a different region, these cannot be used for a main heart. The peripheral ones, on the other hand, I believe those will serve. Excellent. When Master Matoya spoke to us of the role we had to play, the Heartstones immediately came to mind. Of course, before bringing them with me, I made certain to consult my fellows first. After all, the stones bear the precious lives of those who have gone to the Sunless Sea. But we have now beheld the Sunless Sea with our own eyes. Where the gentle lights that glimmer on high, we know that there is peace beyond. Thus are we also at peace. If our Heartstones may serve to restore night to all the world, gladly do we give them. So, Master Chai, if you could instruct us how to distribute the Heartstones? And Serenia, for good luck, may I ask that you imbue one as well? Rest assured, it's not difficult. Simply raise your hand and focus as you would when attuning to an aetheryte. Imbue the jade-colored stone here, if you would be so kind. A familiar-looking heartstone appears to glow faintly. That will do. Thank you, Serenia. If this heartstone appears familiar, it is because it belonged to Todia. It bears the collective hope of the Knights Blessed, the hope that none shall ever again be sacrificed to Sin-Eaters. Right, I've identified the spots on the Talos where the stones are needed. See that they are amply imbued, then install them as I've indicated on this diagram. Understood. We will set about the task at once. When the Talos awakens and the way to Mount Gulk is secured, we shall sally forth. It promises to be a trying climb, so take what rest you can in the meantime. We will see you soon. A moment, Oyanje. You said that you would have measures ready in the event that our friend fails to contain the light. Do you? Be assured that I do. All which I require live in this land. I trust you, Urianje. And I swear to thee that my trust is not misplaced. As ardently as I pray for the preservation of this world, so too do I pray for thy safety. So rest easy, my friend, and take such ease as thou mayest, the better to be ready for the trials to come. I'm told the work of the chassis is more or less ready, all quarried and shaped and laid out. That just leaves the imbuers to do their work. I'll continue checking my calculation up until the very last moment. It's only a matter of time now. We managed to alienate everyone in Northrend for this endeavor. And that's a remarkable feat in itself. But will it be enough? No point worrying about such things now. I'll get back to my calculations. You meanwhile should go and rest as your friend suggested. My wife and the Exarch should be in the tavern. Why don't you join them? Oh, and Serenia. Thank you. The Exarch, he went outside a moment ago, my dear. I would have thought you'd have seen him. He kept me company for a short while, but then came over rather pale. He's clearly been straining himself, a poor thing. Anyway, he excused himself, saying he needed a breath of fresh air. Weak as he looked, I did offer to go with him, but he assured me he would be fine. I do hope he's alright. The Exarch does not appear to be nearby. What?
The future is where my destiny awaits. Forgive me, I was lost in a dream. I needed some fresh air and thought to rest for a moment. It would seem I am more fatigued than I realized. Too much time away from the tower, I fear. It drains me. Leaves my body frail and weak. Though, in truth, it is debatable whether I can still call this my body. When first I turned my mind towards the salvation of the world, I came to the conclusion that it would take many long years, many more than remain to me. And so I made myself one with the Crystal Tower, that I might live indefinitely. I am but an extension of it now, hence my weakness the farther I travel, and the longer I am away. It has been quite a journey. But thanks to you, the end is in sight. My wish will finally be fulfilled. How goes the construction effort?
It's proceeding well.
Then this may be the last moment we have to ourselves for a while. Come, sit with me. Tell me, when all of this is over, what will you do?
Yeah, what I always do. Seek out mightier foes.
In the 100 years they have existed, no one had come close to ridding us of even a single Light Warden. Yet already you yearn for the next challenge. You truly are a world apart from us all. But whatever it is you decide to do, I have every confidence that you will do well. For you have the strength to forge your own path. You will leave countless lives better than you found them, and the souls you touch will never forget your kindness. Then, in trying times, when you question your worth and your choices, they will raise their voices to remind you of the difference you have made. And thus will your deeds come to affirm your path. Remember this.
I would know more of you.
Of me? You mean what I intend to do afterwards? I once told you that there are things we can ill afford to lose. Things I said. Though in truth I spoke of a person. One who is unaware of the full extent of my plans. Though she deserves to know, I have good reason to keep my counsel. I have come to terms with this in my mind, yet my heart yearns to lay everything bare. For she is my inspiration, and I would give much and more for the chance to speak with her as friends, with no thought of concealment.
You're talking about me, right?
Should she indulge me with her tales, I would regale her with my own. About my efforts in Northrend, perhaps. Though, ultimately, that tale is more yours than it is mine. Then, I would ask her about her next adventure. And if she should wish me to be a part of it, oh, how happy it would make me. Together we would
Together we will travel the lands and cross the sea.
But all of this is contingent upon our victory in the coming battle.
Together we will travel the lands and cross the seas and take to the skies upon the eternal wind. My heart swelled simply to imagine it. But all of this is contingent upon our victory in the coming battle.
The people of this world have entrusted their hopes to us. We cannot fail them. Nor those who roused me from my slumber. Thank you for your company, my friend. Let us return to Amity.
Worry not, my friend. I'm much revived from the fresh air. And your fine company, of course. Now then, let us turn our thoughts back to the task at hand. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace in the Source. Your Radiance, I've taken the liberty of squashing the vile rumors that your heir is possessed by a devil. With a nation in the grip of war, we may rely on patriotic zeal to prevent them from resurfacing. And what of Emmett Selk? He has taken himself to the first, to usher that world to its end. Or so I believe. He did not disclose the details of his mission, having ever preferred to work alone. Even to those who have known him since the beginning, his actions can prove unpredictable. I'm no stranger to his ways. He joys in playing me for a fool. Full many times have I been convinced I was acting of my own volition, only to discover all was as he willed it. My dear grandfather. On the subject of our esteemed colleague, his last report, though brief, contained one item of interest. You have doubtless wondered why the signs of the Seventh Dawn have not taken to the field of late. It's because they are no longer in the Source. The hero of the Signs has journeyed to the First, as have her comrades, albeit incompletely. Their bodies yet remain here in the Source. This presents an opportunity. If we can defeat the Alliance prior to the Scion's return, We may eliminate their order at a stroke. With a science gun, none shall remain to thwart our plans. It will be but a matter of striking down the hero upon her homecoming. Which, lest you forget, is essential to the realization of our objective. Of both of our objectives. Through Hydaelyn's meddling, her champions threaten to wrest the reins of fate from our grasp. The world is at risk of being dragged down the false path. One which will never see man reclaim his true form. It is unthinkable that he should supplant us, incomplete as he is. Such a devotion is abhorrent. It must be stopped before it is too late. The hours come, your radiance. Order your armies to march once more. Crush all who stand in your way. This is your heart's desire, is it not? To seize a victory that is yours and yours alone. For the future of Garlemald. Oh dear, you do not wear the murmurs mortally well. I was never one to take an interest in tedious conflicts. The whereabouts of my one true friend, however, they interest me greatly. I but hope the beasts of his first are providing her proper sport. I would know every detail, Lord Xenos. Or would you rather I called you Elidibus? Unexpected. Most unexpected. That immortality should be within the reach of one with a borrowed echo. You have outdone yourself, Xenos Galvus. I have no particular attachment to that name, but I am rather fond of that body. Without it, I cannot enjoy my hunt to the fullest. Your secrets or my flesh, I care not which you give me first. The choice is yours. Extinguishing the last light. Right, so, while the two of you were away, I received word that everything is in place, meaning we can proceed with awakening the Talos. Once we imbue the magic, it will stir itself and immediately carry out its designed function, namely taking Mount Gulk in its grasp. Serenia, we may be certain that Warfare will not look on in idleness as we beat a path to its front door. Once our plans are set in motion, there will be no turning back. So see to your preparations as meticulously as you may, and I will give you order to proceed as soon as you're ready. Engage. Very well, let us begin.
Word from the Exarch. All is set on his side, and we may proceed when ready.
Well, we have sufficient stone for our needs.
Likewise, preparations for the imbuing have been made according to thine exacting instructions.
Then you need only say the word.
Let us begin. See that everyone is in position. We shall catch Vorthri, mountain and all.
Here it comes! Yes, yes! You've not lost your touch, you clever old bugger! Do you see what they're doing? If its hands are damaged, it won't be able to cling to the mountain. Oh, I knew this was a terrible idea.
Vorthri marshals the Eaters to his defense. This was only to be expected. We must try and draw as many of them down to the ground as possible. It may not be enough, but we have no other choice. Is that?
For fame.
Such a heartless thing our sapling is. Cold and cruel and heartless! Summon us in times of need, we expressly said, yet what should we find but the final battle joined without so much as a whisper of our name? Yes, we may also have said that we Fae folk have no interest in the struggles of men. But if our adorable sapling had come crying to us for help, we would of course have flown to her aid. Of course we would. What are we to do with her? We are so very, very sad. You will play with us. Cheer us up again!
Thank you, Feol.
This I did not expect, but I will gladly accept the help. I will send word to Y'shtola and the others. Join them at the foot of Mount Gulg and be ready to make the ascent.
Everyone is here. Good. The Talos has taken hold of a mountain. As planned, we will use its body as a bridge to reach Warfrey's sanctuary. Vicinius will make us work for every arm, of course. But we will carve a path through the ranks and meet with her master regardless. Be careful on the way. That's what I expected. An instance. Okay then. I end the episode here. Next time we start the instance. Until then, I'm Mason. Don't get lost.